If you want to know the collections, the paper collections that I used to create this, you can refer to that first part to look at them. But basically what I did is what I usually do, which is mix things from like whatever I find. So I bought a couple of things to use for several projects, and I also used some of the papers that I had, and I bought some. So the solids that you see are gonna be like loose papers that I bought like wherever I could find them, and then some of my like the type of thing that I do, which is like these tags I painted, and then I added some embellishments from one of the collections. Like these are the die cuts from one. These is a little bit of paper from another one of the collections, and this is another piece of paper that was left over from this when I cut it. And this is a yellow solid that I had from, I think it's American Crafts, but I'm not sure. And so the back and the front are painted with acrylics, and then the embellishments are added, and then these little circles I cut with my Tim Holtz die, because that's how I cut the little tags. So I painted those with acrylics, and then I glued them on top, and then added some ribbon. So this is the first one that I painted, and then I added some embellishments too. This is the second one that I painted and added another one of those die cuts, and this is another one of the die cuts. And what was left over from this I used to create this in the back. So these are just leftover pieces, and then I just created the decoration in the back and painted the background. And then these other two tags are white with just some more of the embellishments, and they're black. They're blank, and it has like this little cute gingham ribbon that I love using for kids. So that's that. And then this has the same ribbon here and some rickrack. Then after that, I created this little mini, and this I used Sherry, who's Sherry Wolf here on YouTube, sent me a whole bunch of these little chipboard pieces that she thought I could use for creating mini albums. And I did the first one with this. So I covered one of the chipboards with some paper layering. I added one of the stickers from the Little Boy collection from Eco Park, and I think it's the name of the collection. And then I added some of the letters that come with a kit to spell his name, and some buttons at the top, and then just rickrack to bind it together. So when you open that, I covered the inside with another paper. You see the rickrack and some more of the papers, and I just used that as a template to cut the other pages inside. And I glued some pages together. So these are all plain, so she can add just plain pictures too. And then the big pocket here that she can add other things to if she wants. So that's what's going to be on that page. Let me put this aside. And then you pass the page with the little buttons here. And she can add some pictures to the background too. And then when you go to this page over here, this page she has, up here at the top there's a little tile that I made with one of the circles. And I added I punched out one of the, actually no, this was one of the embellishments that one of the die cuts. What I did was I added it to the chipboard piece, and I added the glossy accents and some little bits of jewelry pieces that are embedded into it. And then this piece here says family, and it opens up and has two spaces for her to put pictures in. And then at the bottom here there's another one that says boy, and it has like two Chinese knots here for embellishment. I added some paper and some ribbon at the top and at the bottom of here, some satin ribbon. And then you open that one up, and it has two spaces there for more pictures. And then up here I used another one of my Sizzix dies, the one with a cloud, and I used a cut and swap and some stamping ink to like add those little shadows to it to give it some dimension and not leave it like stark white. And then I added some little tags from the collection, from one of the collections, so she can add some journaling or little pictures or whatever she feels like doing. And then at the bottom here there's another little booklet thing and some journaling and a little tag that has a date tag on it. And this other embellishment from the collection that you punch out. I added some glossy accents to the exit part. So it looks like that. It's distressed on the edges, and then there's glossy accents in the center of that. And this one says grandparents, and it's closed by some seam binding. You open the seam binding up, and then you have this little flap here that says love, and inside she has 3 little spaces to put like the grandparents on the sides, and then a picture of him and them in the center, or however she wants to do that. So that's what that looks like. And then over here there's another little page that you can add a photo to, and same thing on the back with a little journaling spot here. And then you go to the side, and this page here has a whole bunch of space for her to put like a bunch of pictures in, and a little journaling spot that I glued down here, and this little piece here from one of the collection that says see things from the boy's point of view. So then you pass that page, and this one's fun. This little propeller thing I made out of chipboard and some paper, and then a huge brad, and it moves around, so she can close it up to here and show like whatever's underneath, or she can leave it like that on top of the pictures. She can play around with that. And those I made with my Sizzix die, that this one. Okay, so that's how I made that. And then this here has another little pocket with another piece of another sticker from the Little Boys collection. It says A Boy's Story is the Best That Is Ever Told by Charles Dickens, and it has some stamps that I added to the background. It's a white envelope that I cut part of so to create the pocket, and then it has 2 little tabs inside. And these are some of the tabs that Evelyn had created for me. So I stamped one of them like that, and this is a brown one. And I added some little embellishments to that. And then they're just like blank in the back. So that's what's in that little pocket. And there's a little ladybug picking through. And then this one here just has a little journaling spot here with a circle side and a button. And then on the back of this, she has a whole bunch of ribbons here on the side with a button holding it there, and some spots for putting pictures on. And then you go to the next page, and she has 2 little pockets here. These embellishments here I cut out of a Sizzix die that has a whole bunch of like exclamation marks. So there's an arrow here and a question mark here with some more of the papers, and then little journaling cards that I have to finish up, because I was adding all the embellishments today, so I still have to do that. But since I have to wait to find those rings for the binding, I have a little bit of time to finish up like some embellishments. But I just wanted to finish this before I start work. So on this page she has a whole bunch of circles that I cut with my Creative Memory circle template thing, and then a sticker, and some journaling cards here held by a little paper clip, and this one opens up like that. I love doing these little things. I have them in my art journal, and it's held by a brad, and then it has the circles so she can put pictures in, and that's why I had the circle templates at the front of the album, so she can use that to create her templates.